This wasn't just a first fight, it was the arrival of a fighter. 15 years old, and he was no longer a young rookie, but a taught hunter, sensing blood. On October 29, 2005, Saúl Canelo Álvarez stepped onto the professional ring for the first time and immediately made it clear he wasn't here to wait. 2 opponents, 2 knockouts. Fast, hard, no nonsense. By January 2006, a serious test. A fight with Miguel Vazquez, the very man who would later become a world champion. 4 rounds of intense battle, and Álvarez snatches a split decision victory. He confidently moves forward, building a streak of wins. Started at junior welterweight, 140 pounds, later tried himself in the super welterweight, and by 2007, firmly at welterweight, 147 pounds. From 2006 to early 2009, a real survival marathon. No famous names yet, but tough, dangerous fighters, often unbeaten, always hungry, and every fight like an exam. Álvarez learned to take punches, work in the clinch, catch the moment, endure, strike precisely. Sometimes he won by knockout, sometimes on points, but the main thing, he never lost an ounce of will. It was during this period that Canelo's style was forged, and now he's ready for the real battles. Ahead lie fights against those whose names the boxing world knows well. This is not just the story of a beginning, this is the birth of a legend. January 2009. Canelo steps into the ring against the experienced Antonio Fitch, and this is no ordinary fight. The atmosphere is charged, tension hanging in the air. From the very first second, Saúl comes out aggressive, pressuring, reading the moment, and unleashes a flurry of punches. It was a signal. Álvarez is ready to fight on a new level, against serious opponents and for real titles. With a first-round knockout, Saúl Álvarez claims his first major belt, the NABF Middleweight Championship.
Saúl el Canelo Álvarez.
Canelo's next fight was against the undefeated Dominican, Yuri Gonzalez. A tough battle where Canelo showed precision and composure. It was an important test before the big challenges ahead.
Put on a good show, and they've stayed within the style. They go right at each other, and there's some good work by Alvarez. 3 nice right hands and an uppercut.
The result, Saul adds the WBO Latino title to his belt collection and keeps climbing toward the top.
And he stunned Gonzalez. Gonzalez hurt for the first time in the fight.
In April 2009, Saúl Álvarez stepped into the ring against Michel Rosales. From the very first seconds, he took control and never let go. It was a powerful statement. Canelo was becoming more dangerous with every punch. And with a knockout, he finished the fight, cementing his status as a true ring killer. In August 2009, Alvarez stepped into the ring against Murat Huziev, fighting for the WBC youth title in the junior welterweight division. Throughout the bout, he showed precision and composure, keeping control of the action. Canelo claimed the WBC youth belt, taking yet another step toward the top. In July 2010, Saúl faced off against Argentine Luciano Leonel Cuello. Alvarez didn't give his opponent a single moment to breathe. The fight ended with a powerful knockout. He claimed the WBC silver title in the light middleweight division, adding another important belt to his growing collection. In September 2010, Saúl Álvarez stepped into the ring to defend his title against experienced Argentine former champion Carlos Manuel Baldemir. Canelo stayed cool and methodical, steadily moving toward the finish.
And now a left hook to the big uppercut.
With a 6th-round knockout, he confidently defended his belt and made a loud statement once again. In December 2010, Alvarez made another title defense, this time against former world champion from Australia, Lovemore Ndu. The fight was tough, with close-range exchanges and intense mid-range action. After 12 rounds, Canelo claimed a points victory and kept his championship belt. In March 2011, Saúl faced Brit Matthew Hatton for the vacant WBC light middleweight world title. By the second round, Canelo had broken his opponent's nose, and in the fourth, he cut his brow. Hatton held firm, but kept taking more hits.
Alvarez's power. Saul Alvarez, the 20-year-old out of Mexico.
The Brit lasted, but on points the victory went to Saúl, making him the full-fledged WBC world champion. In the same year, 2011, Alvarez began a series of title defenses. The first against Brit Ryan Rhodes. Rhodes relied on long-range work and out-jabbed him, but this did not stop Canelo. Saúl confidently imposed close-range fighting and landed twice as many power shots.
Very comfortable. Double beating. You know, Rhodes upset the body again. Rhodes gets dropped.
Ending it all by knockout. In September 2011, the star Mexican stepped into the ring against his compatriot Alfonso Gomez. In the very first round, Canelo sent him to the canvas, setting the pace for the entire fight.
Не в любую секунду может Альварес взорваться, и вот сейчас.
In the sixth round, he unleashed a real flurry of punches, after which the referee stopped the bout. Alvarez's victory by knockout and another successful title defense. At the end of 2011, Saúl Alvarez faced experienced Puerto Rican Kermit Cintron. In the early rounds, Canelo fought cautiously, relying on counterattacks. But by the fourth, he began increasing the pressure. The ropes literally kept Cintron from falling.
Almost another knock. Going to go for it.
In the fifth round, after a powerful extended series, the referee stopped the fight. Alvarez claimed a convincing knockout victory.
Right hand, great shot, good left hook to the body.
May 5th, 2012, Las Vegas, heat, lights, roaring crowd. Saúl Alvarez steps up against veteran Shane Mosley, a fighter with name and history. Canelo, young, charged at the peak of his form. Mosley, experience, speed, resilience. Alvarez immediately takes control of the center of the ring and begins methodically breaking down his opponent. Mosley tries to respond, but every attack meets tight defense. Alvarez targets the body, works the levels, drives in a right hook, never slowing down. By the seventh round, Mosley is barely but survives.
Canelo, as you pointed out earlier, Larry is getting a pay-per-view for Mayweather. Canelo adds.
In the end, no suspense. All judges award the fight to Canelo. Another victory added to the tally. Alvarez proves he's ready for the elite. September 2012, Saúl Alvarez faces the daring American, Josecito Lopez. Known as a puncher, in his previous fight he broke Victor Ortiz's jaw and stormed the headlines. Suspense filled the air, stakes were high and the crowd expected a sensation. But from the very first seconds, Canelo made it clear there would be no surprises. Second round, Lopez is down. Third, down again.
Alvarez going to the body. Is he game? And again, Alvarez going to the body. Jab, another jab. Goes to the body. Uppercut.
Fourth, another precise hit. Alvarez didn't just attack, he read his opponent, countering flawlessly.
He's probably trying to get his win professional fight. He's just 22 years of age. And again, attacking the body. Canelo Álvarez. And Canelo again.
As I say that, he stopped moving his head.
Fifth, the final assault, a flurry of punches and the referee steps in. Alvarez secures a decisive victory, defends his title, and reminds everyone he owns the ring. April 20th, 2013, Saúl Alvarez steps into the ring for a unification bout against Austin Trout. Trout comes charged, mobile, working the jab tightly, landing left hooks, and preventing Canelo from finding free space. The Mexican searches for his moment, and at the start of the 7th round, he finds it. A right hand pierces Trout's defense, knockdown, but Trout recovers quickly and regains control through activity. Alvarez responds selectively, focusing on defense and attacking less frequently. The fight remains even, tactically complex, but it's the precision and the knockdown that decide the outcome. The judges are unanimous, victory for Alvarez. He unifies the WBC and WBA titles, taking another step toward the top. September 14, 2013, Canelo faces the biggest challenge of his career, a pound-for-pound clash with Floyd Mayweather. The mega event grosses over $150 million, the highest in history. But in the ring, the spectacle ends. Mastery begins. Mayweather controls every second. Brilliant defense, sharp jabs, precise top-level work. Canelo tries, but lacks experience and can't dictate the fight. Judges award the win to Mayweather by majority decision. Alvarez suffers his first pro defeat, bitter, yet an important lesson. After his first career defeat, Canelo returns to the ring. March 2014 pay-per-view, a bright card. Alvarez versus Alfredo Angulo. Two Mexicans, two styles, one goal to prove who's boss. From the first minutes, Canelo is on fire. Hard combinations, sharp uppercuts, solid body work. Angulo resists, but round after round absorbs more. By the 10th, his face is cut, reaction slow, and after another precise shot, the referee steps in. Saúl Alvarez confidently erases the past setback, winning by TKO in the 10th round. In the summer of 2014, Saúl Alvarez faced the technical Cuban Erislandy Lara. Canelo was the favorite, but the fight proved intense. Lara started faster, moving, jabbing, keeping Alvarez at bay. From the 4th round, the Mexican pressed forward, pinned him to the ropes, and targeted the body, though much was blocked. Midway, Alvarez opened a cut over Lara's eye, slightly disrupting the Cuban's rhythm. Toward the end, a heated exchange. Canelo advanced, Lara countered with precise long-range shots. Judges were split. 1 scored for Lara, 2 for Alvarez. Canelo wins a razor-close, controversial decision. In the spring of 2015, Canelo faced the powerful puncher James Kirkland. The fight promised to be short but fiery. Kirkland immediately went on the attack, pinning the Mexican against the ropes, but Saúl defended calmly and struck back hard. In the first round, the first knockdown, Alvarez's straight right sent his opponent to the canvas. The second round continued, and the advantage remained with Canelo.
In the second round, as well as dropping him in the first, the head on the shoulder pushes him off, trying to get some room to land the big right hand. As the first one, closing. Alvarez is hitting the clean.
He marks up.
Two that Alvarez just had. And another right hand. Look at these shots.
In the third, a right uppercut,
The uppercut caught him. Nice and clear. He's up and set.
then a right cross to the face, and Kirkland falls, not getting up. Alvarez secures a spectacular knockout victory in the 3rd round.
Hands come down and around, and bam! The right hand. Wow!
That's because Kirkland was loading up with his own punches, and he fires from the hip. He's a man who lives by the sword.
Las Vegas, November 21st, 2015. On the line, the World Championship title and superstar status. Two masters step into the ring. Miguel Cotto, experience, technique, and composure against the young and charged Saúl Canelo Alvarez. The fight went all 12 rounds, with Cotto working smartly, keeping his distance, moving a lot, and scoring points. Alvarez focused on power, targeting the body and pressing the Puerto Rican against the ropes. Throughout the bout, the sense of dominance was fleeting. Every round was close. After the final gong, the judges unanimously awarded the victory to Canelo. May 7th, 2016, Las Vegas. In the ring, Canelo Álvarez and the Briton Amir Khan, who moved up to the middleweight for this fight. The early rounds, a real surprise. Khan moves, shifts, and throws combinations at astonishing speed. Canelo often misses and can't find his rhythm, but by the 5th round it's clear Amir is spending more time in close range, and against a puncher like Alvarez, that's Russian roulette. In the 6th, the climax, Canelo first shakes Khan, and at the end of the round lands a right cross head on. The Briton collapses like he's been cut down. The referee doesn't even count. A clean knockout. Saúl Alvarez claims a brilliant victory and once again proves that his right hand is a fearsome weapon. After relinquishing the WBC title, Saúl Alvarez returned to the super welterweight division. On September 17, 2016, he faced the undefeated Briton Liam Smith, WBO world champion. From the first minutes, Alvarez set the pace, aggressively pressuring, hitting with more precision and power. Smith tried to respond, but his punches didn't faze Canelo, and by the 5th round, the Briton had a cut. In the 7th, Alvarez sent Smith to the canvas for the first time in his career.
He's been knocked down, beaten up. Throw caution to the wind.
In the 8th, he did it again, landing a body shot. And in the 9th, a left hook to the liver finally sealed the contest. Saúl Alvarez wins by knockout, claiming the WBO world title in the super welterweight division. On May 6, 2017, Saúl Alvarez faced former champion Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. The bout took place in the super welterweight division between middleweight and super middleweight with a limit of 74.6 kilograms. Chavez had the advantage in height and experience in the heavier division, but from the first seconds, it was clear who would dictate the pace. Alvarez confidently worked as the aggressor, landing combinations while his opponent spent most of the fight in defense, responding with rare single punches. The crowd, expecting an even fight, began to show their displeasure. However, Chavez never managed to seize the initiative. Alvarez secured a convincing victory by unanimous decision. What a fight, friends. Gennady Golovkin pressed from the very first seconds, taking control as the aggressor, forcing Canelo to work on counterattacks and hide behind his defense. In the early rounds, Golovkin completely dominated the ring, but after the midpoint, Canelo began to respond, working in combinations, though the territory still belonged to Gennady. Closer to the end, Golovkin turned into a Terminator, intensifying the pressure, going into clinches, while Canelo answered with counters. No knockdowns occurred, but every punch landed precisely.
And again, the early rounds was comfortable sitting in the pocket. Two straight left and right. Oh, lovely.
Much better.
Oh.
I think he was off balance, Golovkin. Crowd think he was hurt. And now finally he's getting his moment.
The judges were split. One card 118 to 110 for Canelo, another 115 to 113 for Golovkin, and one a draw. The debates were huge. Experts and statistics favored Gennady. A rematch was announced, but due to doping, Canelo was disqualified and the fight was canceled. In 2020, DAZN reviewed the fight and unanimously recognized Golovkin as the winner. On September 15, 2018 at T-Mobile Arena, the rematch between Alvarez and Golovkin took place. The first 2 rounds went to Golovkin, but then Alvarez took control, landing more precise jabs, though still behind in power and technique. Golovkin stuck to the hit and move tactic, while Alvarez relied on counterattacks.
He's not put his punches together. He has isolated moments, and then Canelo comes back and counters. Oh, good shot.
Very, very close round. I've got it 6
To score. I could very easily see a judge. Table.
Triple G fighting a beautiful
10
fight.
seconds to go in the 11th round.
Gonna have to. Triple G's not blocking it. Willing his way back into this fight and rocking Canelo.
Golovkin's speed dropped in the 7th round, and by the end, the fighters were neck and neck. The judges awarded the victory to Alvarez, and the fight was named Fight of the Year by the Ring magazine. On December 15, 2018, Saúl Canelo Álvarez stepped into the ring against Britain's Rocky Fielding, the WBA super middleweight champion with a record of 27-1. Fielding was a seasoned and tough opponent, but right from the opening bell, Alvarez showed his superiority in both technique and speed. The Mexican fired off precise, powerful shots, steadily turning up the pressure.
Alvarez back comes Fielding. Smith defeated and rebuilt his career. His
My body's momentarily winded when he took a knee.
These body shots are beginning to really get home.
By the 3rd round, Canelo sent Fielding crashing to the canvas, and the referee jumped in to stop the fight, awarding Alvarez a technical knockout. This victory cemented Canelo's status as one of the top fighters in the middleweight division. On May 4, 2019, in Nevada, Saúl Canelo Álvarez defended his WBA Super and WBC titles, stepping into the ring against America's Daniel Jacobs, the IBF champion. The fight was firmly under Canelo's control from the start. He kept his distance, landed precise shots, and steadily racked up points.
He told us, I've continuously had to prove that I'm the best middleweight in the world. Good answer from Canelo. Now we mix it up. That hook landed by Alvarez. Ooh, straight right hand by Canelo. Dealing with these mega events 9 years ago to practice, and you can see how calm he is. Wow, big shot by here in the final round, no question.
His way, but I have it. Canelo winning comfortably so far.
Jacobs couldn't turn the tide, and after 12 rounds, the judges handed a unanimous decision to Alvarez. It marked the 52nd win of Canelo's career. On November 2, 2019, Canelo stepped into the ring to face Russia's Sergey Kovalev. From the start, Kovalev tried to break through Canelo's defense with his left jab, but his efforts fell short. Canelo controlled the center of the ring with confidence, countering smartly and landing clean, powerful shots. The first 5 rounds were cautious, but by round 6, Canelo began taking control, pressuring Kovalev, while the Russian's right hand rarely found its target. By the 9th, the pace picked up, with Canelo increasing his pressure and Kovalev's counters proving ineffective. In the 11th round, a strong left jab shook Kovalev, and a straight right to the jaw finished the fight. Canelo scored a spectacular knockout. To set up a clash with the undefeated Brit Billy Joe Saunders, 30-0, Canelo first had to face a lesser-known Turkish fighter, Avni Yildirim, in a title bout.
Previous right hand resulting in a knockout, and here it is, Canelo unrelenting.
Victory in that fight cleared the way for the Mexican superstar to step into a unification showdown with Saunders. On May 8, 2021, in Arlington, Texas, Canelo faced off against Billy Joe Saunders. The early round saw Saunders moving smartly and scoring points, but starting in the 6th, Alvarez took control, closing the distance and landing heavy, precise shots. In the 8th, Canelo landed a crushing uppercut that left Saunders with a fractured orbital bone. His corner wisely stopped the fight before the 9th round. Alvarez successfully defended his titles and claimed the WBO belt in the 76.2 kilogram division. On May 7, 2022, in Las Vegas, a super fight took place between Russia's Dmitry Bivol and Mexico's Canelo Álvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion and a recognized pound-for-pound leader. In the early rounds, the fight was competitive, Canelo pressed forward, landing powerful shots, while Bivol maintained distance, defended, and countered with precision. From the middle rounds, the Russian took control, acting more actively and accurately, while Alvarez began to tire and slow down his pace.
Has been excellent. He is overwhelming Canelo with the sheer volume of his punches.
And the reason he's finding a way is because it's his footing as an earmuff defensive is good evil.
But who knows what the judges are in the 12th round.
He's strong. He's a natural light heavyweight.
Was Bivol just too big? A minute to go.
Canelo's only brief moment of success came in the 9th round. After 12 rounds, Bivol claimed victory by unanimous decision, handing Alvarez his first defeat in 9 years. On May 24, 2022, the third fight between Canelo Álvarez and Gennady Golovkin was announced, taking place 5 years after their first encounter. For this bout, Golovkin moved up to super middleweight for the first time in his career. The Trilogy concluded on September 17, 2022. It was the most cautious and tactically precise fight in their series. Canelo confidently controlled most of the action. The judges' scorecards once again sparked debate, with many thinking they favored Golovkin too generously.
Why would you take any chances? You know, Golovkin was to win this fight. I'm not sure with over so many years as well. Yeah, but he missed with a few wild hooks.
In the end, Canelo Álvarez secured a unanimous decision victory. On May 4, 2024, at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, fans witnessed the highly anticipated clash between Saúl Canelo Álvarez and fellow Mexican Jaime Munguia. Scheduled for 12 rounds, the fight promised intensity and spectacle, given the skill level of both fighters. Throughout the match, they traded powerful and precise punches, showing strong conditioning and non-stop action inside the ring. In the 4th round, Canelo dropped Munguia with a knockdown, a turning point that shifted the momentum in his favor. The bout went the full distance and ended with a unanimous decision victory for Alvarez, marking the 61st win of his professional career, while Munguia suffered the first loss of his record. The IBF mandated Alvarez to defend his title against mandatory challenger William Skoglund. In July, it became clear that Canelo wasn't taking Skoglund seriously due to his low profile, and was even willing to give up the belt, risking his status as an undisputed champion. Instead, he opted to face WBA mandatory challenger Edgar Berlanga. The bout took place in Las Vegas. Berlanga, weighing 88 kilograms, moved well and relied heavily on his jab. Early in the 3rd round, Canelo dropped him with a knockdown, though he couldn't finish the fight. Midway through, Berlanga looked sharp, using jabs and counter punches effectively.
Too much pressure from Canelo.
Yeah, if
he had experience Berlanga.
If you jab from Berlanga. Now Berlanga comes close, but it's the uppercut that's initiated. That's a slip behind Canelo as Berlanga once again puts himself on the ropes. Got the 1-2, there's a sharp jab by Canelo from the back of the scene. Back and forth action here at round 11,000 at T-Mobile.
By the championship rounds, Canelo increased the pressure and took control. In the 11th round, Berlanga was visibly rocked, but managed to survive until the final bell. The judges handed a unanimous decision victory to Alvarez. On May 3, 2025, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the long-awaited super middleweight unification bout finally took place. In a tense and tactical battle, both fighters showed incredible skill and endurance, pushing each other to the limit. Despite all the challenges and strategic maneuvers, the winner was decided by the judges' scorecards. Saul Alvarez once again proved his greatness, claiming victory and reclaiming the title of undisputed world champion, forever cementing his name in boxing history. After his fight with Edgar Berlanga, junior middleweight champion Terence Crawford publicly threw down the challenge to Saúl Canelo Álvarez right after Alvarez's win over William Skull. Crawford personally stepped into the ring, sparking an intense stare-down. Canelo had already confidently claimed he would handle Crawford without trouble. Saúl Canelo Álvarez isn't just a boxer, he's a true ring legend. Since his pro debut in 2005, he's stormed through opponents with spectacular knockouts, collecting titles one after another. Calm, powerful, technically sharp, and driven by an iron will, he's built a machine of victories, breaking undefeated fighters and coming out stronger from the toughest battles. The Canelo versus Crawford showdown is already being called legendary before a single bell has rung. The world holds its breath in anticipation, a tense silence hanging in the air. Two fighters, two titans, two paths converging toward an inevitable clash. Everything will be decided on the night of September 13th, 2025.